Good morning, good evening, and good night, and welcome to the Travel Banter Podcast.
I did can do that. I can start that. Good morning, good evening.
If my co-host,
People don't want to rate it for it just myself. Listen to me. Right now, I think I'm going to like that introduction because he might stick with this episode number 3 now, and he might want to change it. So he want to tell me everything like that.
ain't changing. It ain't changing.
People, if it's one thing we know, if it's one fact of life, if it's one constant in life, if it's one that never ever changes, that is that we don't know this face. We don't know the sound of the voice.
Sure.
And if it's one thing that is as vital as the law,
Okay.
one thing that you could go and testify and stand upon and know that it will always be true, it will never be fake. When I speak, it is quality. This is your body Banter Travel Expert. And then next to my guy, the lesser known, don't speak as much quality.
What you gonna say like that? I try to feel that are biased here.
But I know a little few people know him. This is Manza.
I don't really like this introduction. I feel about myself.
But every time we get a bit, you get a bit more props as we go on.
Okay.
You pay your dues and you're fighting for what is right.
I feel a little bit too slow.
You get in there.
I want a little.
But episode 7 or 8, we should know that.
7 or 8?
You know that. So people, once again, you know we do this thing.
Right.
We here is Travel Banter. We talk about travel, we here to banter, tell a few stories, have some fun, inspire travel.
Yep.
Once again, you don't know what we're talking about.
But that's where I come in. Right now, we have land traveling versus cruises. And we're going to again rock your brain.
That's a very intriguing topic to
for
be
a new travel story.
That was very, you don't even know that this travel story becoming a feature in this podcast. So I can start prepping myself. This is the last thing you can get me on the spot.
I feel
because are you looking for it now?
I feel we got to start opening up to use the viewer stories. I think next we can do for sure. We can open up to viewers that has no problem. Because we can't keep mining you. You have a little break. If you tell all your stories, right, but if you get episode 8,
boy,
you ain't got 9 left.
I got some more stories, boy. We could do this podcast for 5 years and my stories still coming, boy.
But still, you can't let people get too tired of it.
That's no problem. People, we here, we gonna talk, we gonna have some fun. You see, my mom everybody flower.
You can't hear the flower.
My man, I can still sneak a Santa drink when you sat. Don't worry when the style. Like no one like that idea. Now somebody can be making sours and mix all. Just know we can go over and mix all this in the studio for the guests, mixing out. No, we ain't get fancy. But for now, let me talk about travel.
Right. Before that, let's do the check-in. Because I look at that boarding passes now. So, Mr. Travel Expert, tell me where in the world have you been?
I realize that you trying to make people think that every do podcast I know travel. You trying to make people that I travel very consistently, people.
I don't want to say that. I am just saying that again, there is a suitcase in my car.
Alright, people, I went too far this time. I went to a place I know I love, a place I have been majority time. I just went to New York for a bit.
New York City.
Unwind, build some relationships, put some things in place. When I'm back now, ready to go again, ready for another episode of Travel Podcast.
What did you do in New York, though, just to ask?
Well, to be honest, this was a shorter time. There's a few restaurants that they really wanted to try that. A few people have written into me on TikTok and IG and asked me my opinion to try and to see about it. We went to Alal's Bro spot. Oh my word, some of the best food I ever had. Some jerk chicken, some lamb on top of rice. Me good voice, good entertainment. A seafood place, a very very nice seafood place. We went to a fish fry spot. Cheese on order and get 2 for 1.
Did you do anything other than food though? Just wondering.
But because this trip was more about me just relaxing more than adventure.
So you only relax with food?
Basically.
So like you didn't try like New York, a lot of things happening though.
Man, I've been to New York so much times, and if you want that, I could tell people where to go. I could tell people to visit Times Square, or visit the Ice Cream Museum, or go downtown by World Trade Center, or to ride the tram across on Roosevelt Island, could cross and see the ferry that is free. And see the Statue of Liberty.
Sure.
I got a new thing that built. We can't be named. You could go out the air and let down. There's so many things in New York that you could do. So I have not done it this time. But if you want, I could tell people where to go in New York and where the best food spots are. I wouldn't lie.
All right, let's get into it a little bit more then.
All right, switch it up a bit.
Huh?
we switch it up a little bit. You always put me on the spot and you got good topics to talk about.
Sure.
But from what I've realized, whether I've been on the streets, going through the airport,
Go to the airport. Stop me there.
stop me there, whether in supermarkets, and you've been with me driving a few times, and people stop and ask about podcasts, about TikToks, and people are following.
Don't shut me down. Nothing.
And I realize a lot of people now are asking a lot about travel. Again, a lot of queries, a lot of messages, a lot of people want book packages. And the most common thing I'm getting now from people is they want a common place to go. Some place that they could go for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. It could be them alone. We talked about solo traveling last time. It could be a vacation. It could be them and children. A lot of people tell me, well, I'm being realistic. These things I've heard. My daughter, son do go to exams. They come entrance and CSC. I want some place I could go quick. Some place I necessarily don't need a visa. Some place that we could go and enjoy and have some fun. So I want to start a podcast by addressing those. And then I'm listening, I'm here, and you probably see some of the ads and the sponsors and some of the posts they have out.
Sure.
So these are my places I believe that you can go to have a good later time, experience different cultures, different food, nature, whether it's adventure, wherever you want to.
Okay.
Right? St. Lucia. Start with St. Lucia once again. We all know it's a home to me, but more so because close in proximity.
It used to be a real culture in Barbados to go down to St. Lucia for a little weekend.
Correct.
Back in the day. Not to age myself, but back in the day.
Yeah, but that's what it still is now, because 35 minutes across the road, the right toilet, sometimes 25.
Sure.
You know, you land there, it's a very nice, small, intricate, intimate country. Different time you land, you can experience culture. You can experience a way of life. You got activities, whether it's Sulphur Spring, whether it's catamarans, whether it's zip lining, pitons, whether you want to do the Friday night fish festival, whether you want to go to, it could be Ronnie Beer, the beaches, it could be the restaurants, it could be different hotels. You know what I mean? And I have so much packages, because so much hotels I have links with, that I can give you the direct experience one. That's expert, that's Aram expert. So that's why I get St. Lucia. It quick, it fast, 3 days, 5 days a week, things you could do, and I could give you the expert opinion and for you onto the right people. And any of my people that St. Lucia could comment to that is true. So that's one of my most requested countries.
Just St. Lucia?
No, because then if you've been in St. Lucia, as many people have, whether it's part of a cruise or where you went, but with me or you have experience already, a lot of people been in St. Lucia. It's a very popular place for a lot of Bajans.
Right.
Grenada.
Okay.
Where I think that is the most similarist. It's great words, no worries. People are cussing out right now.
Frigging cold, you got catch you, dog.
The most similarist place is Grenada to me. It's not too far out again. The
similarist to where?
To St. Lucia.
Okay.
And to Barbados in a sense, you know, in terms of food, in terms of culture, in terms of people. Okay. You know, so many things you could do once again. There's some beautiful waterfalls. The people, you could drive the rivers, the lakes, the nutmegs. Oh my word, create chocolate once again, all down. Although once again, I think it's one of the best foods you can eat in life. I think you got buying for talking about food. But I think although is the best thing you could ever put your lips on. I think you got buying from talking about food. Boy, I love although. If you experience although, you can understand what I'm telling you about although.
I feel...
And for people that want to be liquid Viagra once again.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So Grenada is a place full of culture, full of life, full of entertainment, full of activity. And it's a good place for family as well. I actually got a family that went there not too long ago. And they enjoyed it. Rafting. Water rafting if you want to do it. There's so many things we could go to and talk about Grenada every other time. And if you want to hear more, you can let me know. But that's a big part of Grenada.
So St. Lucia, Grenada.
That's the Caribbean.
Right.
Switch up a little bit now. And once again, I've always talked because it's one of the most requested countries right now. And for good reason, it's Panama.
Right.
It's a quick trip where you can go a Friday to Monday. You could left the Monday, come back the Friday. You could do the Saturday, come back the Wednesday. And what days you got off, you could go. It's things to do for the children, things for nature, where you want to. The indigenous village, where you want to do the monkey tour. Where you want to see Panama Canal for history.
There's a recent direct flight from Barbados to Panama.
Correct. And they have packages. They have packages for any occasion. Packages. I know it's close by. But Valentine's Day right around the corner, and they got a nice Valentine's package.
Sure.
A weekend, Easter coming up. I have packages for any occasion, for anything you want to do, for any type of activity, adventure. You got Point Panama, the zip line, the going across the sky. Wherever you want to do, Panama is that place. And people like to shop. And that's another area that sets Panama apart, you know? And if again Panama, we go a bit further out, we get a bit exotic.
Right.
These are people know that want to experience more, people that want to enjoy life a bit more. It's not even just about partying. It's more about that all-inclusive vibe. It's more than it's about that all. It's more about that all-inclusive vibe. It's more about that sit back, relax, enjoy life. Yes, it's adventure. Yes, it's nature. You could party. You can stand here tell all day.
All right.
And they can start there with Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
Dominican Republic. And they believe it's one of the best places to go to.
We were finished with Caribbean.
Yes, because it's Caribbean. No, it's Caribbean, but a lot of people don't see it as Caribbean. A lot of people, when they're talking and selling Dominican Republic, they say a more exotic, a more out there, more exclusive sort of place.
Sure.
Because there's so much things to do. The all-inclusive vibe, but the food included, the drinks included, the million pools. Then I got the waterfalls and the water parks, and I got the sky and Coco Bongo. So much activities. And once again, I speaking from my experience, say I've been there. I've had clients that have been there, understand, and they could tell you once again. I can say once again, they got a few packages out. I want to probably say 2 peas and then the trick. Understand? Punta Cana is that place where I promise you will come back, especially if it's a vacation. Oh my word! I had some clients went there for the anniversary. Oh my, best time ever.
So we got St. Lucia, Grenada, Panama, Punta Cana. That's it.
You get one more.
One more. Okay,
one more.
Sure. 5.
One more. I like things in fight. It's all you tell me is get everything in fight.
Sure.
We ain't got Cancun, Mexico. And there's a lot of people got a lot of fear of Mexico and Cancun. A lot of people believe in that fear of Cancun and not being safe. And let me tell you, squash them fears, put them fears aside. Mexico or Cancun is so much fun. Cancun is if you want party, if you want food, you want tacos and burritos and enchiladas and really Mexican arts and some beer rolls and all inclusives and man, there's so much you could do in Cancun. I believe Cancun will be one of the best places you will ever go, you could ever visit, you could ever experience. Cancun is that, and Cancun so close. We know how close Cancun is, so many different Mexican islands. You could take ferries and go to 3 or 4 different parts of Mexico just for being in Cancun. Catch your bus and go across the Tulum. Whatever you want, we could curate that package to make sure you, your family, you alone, you and your beer, you and your woman, you're on the outside woman, you're on the outside man, the woman I don't know about, so you can't say in Barbados, so you gotta go in Cancun, because a lot of people in cross there. We could give you that place. And people that listening that want to travel, they're just some of the places that you could visit, that you could think about, you could write me about, you could ask about. There are many more. But that's just something that I believe, some for every sort of different, young, the old, the adventurous, wherever you want to experience. Those are my tops that are very close. You can go to at any time.
Fair enough. I think that's a reasonable list.
So no, sorry to take over your role, take over your spot, and I talk a lot, I drink a little water, and it's your time again.
Right.
So back to you know that. What are we talking about today?
All right, let's get a little deeper here. All right, get a little deeper into it, right? Now we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about land traveling versus cruises.
Big man, you're not social media man. When you're social media man, the young people they say you can't put 2 Barbies against one another.
Oh my bad.
you all can come and talk about a cruise compared to land travel. So I can modify what you say.
Sure, that's it.
Don't say a verse or talk about like a compare like what's better than that. We can talk about the pros and the thing of cruises and the pros and the ways of land traveling, flying and going to a country.
So let's define terms first, right? So land traveling would essentially be going to a big a country, like let's say like New United States, right?
It's not even about the country. It's simply the difference is that it's basically you get on a plane and you going to a country and that's the country you're in.
Okay.
So you experience a country. Okay. Understand? Whereas the cruise is basically you get on a boat. You touch various places, but the main part of this whole thing is boat, is sea.
Right. Okay.
Right. So it don't matter the country, how big or small, is the fact you're flying and it's online, you're standing on land until you fly again.
I would say personally for me, I am a cruise person. I love to cruise. If I can choose between cruising and traveling, I will choose.
Why? You mean? See more men on the boat?
I mean, fair, but to me, it is easier. Right? Like, depending on which cruise you go on, you may not have Wi-Fi, you may not have drinks. But regardless of that, you got the food there, you got the food. You got
food. I want to realize he said food twice.
You got accommodation.
He's judged me about food, and he said food twice. All right.
Accommodation. Like it is so much. Like I also cruises also offer itineraries and excursions. So it's pretty easy just to sit and chill there.
No, you see the funny thing about it is I laughing because once again, knowing you topic you was brain. I had this convo with a client literally 2 days ago. Literally, she booked it yesterday, I should say. She wanted to take a trip, and at first we started looking at a country, fly into the country and join the country.
Sure.
I would say, man, she thinks she want to do a cruise. Back and forth, but for near 2 weeks back, she didn't know what to do. She then asked me, I mean, we went through all the pros, same pros and cons we talked about. I can tell you know is what we went through. Then she asked me, man, what's your opinion? What would you decide? And I laughing because it's basically the same topic that we're discussing here now.
Right.
So I can break it down to you. No cruises. And for me, I ain't gonna favorite. I for both sides, and I can explain why. One thing I have to say with a cruise is basically all you want.
Right.
A cruise, your accommodation done pay for, your food done pay for. You want Wi-Fi add on at the beginning. You want drinks, you add on at the beginning. Understand what I mean?
The pools, the spa, the theaters.
Even that some got bingo, some got casinos, some got water parks. Because cruises get more and more.
Yep.
And then you get to visit various places at a time. Yep. Some cruises 3-4 places, some even 6-7. Understand? Yes. Varietization. Bring it back. You don't want to say it just now. Bring back the word that I create, that you judge. You wanted to say varietization.
Oxford was it for your crime
language. So for me, a cruise is that I usually tell people start with a cruise. So never traveling go up and just start with a cruise. A cruise kind of open up your mind to traveling.
Yeah.
A cruise is that you get to see various things.
It's like a charcuterie board. Like you pick like like you would put on like little like little tomatoes, little meats, and you try them for a day or two, and then you can come back later and go for a longer stay.
I can't real things. I was like, this is pre-recorded. I know this man can say it. I have real theories getting ways because at no point when this man start this simile metaphor, whatever he want to use, I never expect the man to go what I have.
A charcuterie board. Actually, saw an impression recently. Actually, that's why it's on mine.
What I will say, people, is that it open up your mind to traveling. You get to see the whole process of boarding and going through custom and immigration and your passport and getting on the board and finding your room and eating food, breakfast, and then included midnight snacks, pizza, all sorts of things, burgers, all sorts of things. You got specialty restaurants. It's for any occasion. You could go by yourself, as a couple, as friends, with your woman, with your boyfriend, with your husband. So to me, a cruise is for that. A cruise open up to the different cultures as well.
If you choose A, let me choose B. We talk a lot about positive cruises, positive.
But no, because the main thing for me is that I personally use a cruise as a way to land travel. And let me explain why I said I advise people if you could do it as a first thing.
Okay.
Because you touch various areas and now you tell yourself, all right, and this it can put it into. It can come out a bit negative as well as one of the cons against it.
Sure.
Is I've been to these various countries. I've enjoyed my stay in this country. No, I actually plan to go back.
Right. So essentially, right, it is wide but not deep.
Because deep and wide is a fountain flowing. Bring back the church, there's that.
My bad.
But the con against it is, something my bad?
Yeah, I didn't know the song you were saying, right? So I got confused. After where you were saying that we had different church sizes, obviously.
The con of it is not cruising. Is that literally you spend as much as you touch, you spend between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in every country.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do 1 or 2 activities, like going dock, see people playing music and get welcome. But I still do not believe that you really experience a culture and experience a country between 8 to 5.
Absolutely not.
I don't care how much things you do, and I love it because you touch various places and you get piece of everything. But that's a way to honest. I need to go back to Grenada. I need to go back to Cozumel, Mexico. I need to go back to Bahamas or go back to St. Lucia or St. Vincent or Martin or Guadalupe because I get a little sick. I get a little taste of the country, but you can't experience unless you wake up in that country.
You would say it's less cultural immersion.
Shoot! Who's this man? This not the same on episode 1 or 2. Always next episode you can get a proper introduction. You have no worth to be in the juice as a man known as Zach.
I hope so.
Boy, I got a special introduction for you next episode, boy. Get excited already, boy. But yes, it's correct. You experience it, you have fun, you learn different things, but you don't get that full culture of a country. And for me, I travel for culture. Because let me be realistic. You eat so much food on the boat, you really gonna buy so much different cultural food on the island. Be honest, you got so much drinks on the boat. You don't get to drink local beer, local rum, local cocktails. You don't really get to mingle among the people. Yes, you go to a waterfall or you're going to do a tour or whatever, which is fun. But you don't know what other tourists, you don't really get to learn the culture, understand? So that's why I go to land traveling.
Yes.
I love the experience of you getting on a flight and being in the air. I don't care what you tell me, there's no better feeling in the world of the bliss and the peace and the happiness of being in that air above the clouds, not worrying about nothing on the ground.
No,
the world does not, you don't find nothing.
I'm not a fan of flying.
You don't find nothing.
I like stuff.
What?
Stuff.
What is stuff?
Anyway.
The funny stuff.
Land travel is more flexible, right? Because the way I see it, you got more freedom. When you fly to
freedom, use the word freedom. Use freedom. Because now you have 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, wherever you want to travel for. You can now plan your itinerary. You can now get together and say what you want to do. Today I want to do this, tomorrow I want to do this. Are you going to rest today? Because you're no longer fear that you can miss on something.
There's no call time at 4 o'clock.
Exactly, you got to run and get back on the boat. Stand. Some morning get earlier and experience this. Some days they can't eat. I can experience breakfast in this country. What is what lunch is? What is what dinner is? What 20 morning I could go and do this here because no, you are there so long, and it's not one to adventures. You can now say, all right, today I want to do adventure. Tomorrow I want to do nature. You know what I mean? Next day I want to experience culture. You know what I mean? It's so many different things you can do. So that to me is the joy of land, because land you really get to experience the country. You get to experience the culture. You get to experience different parts and parts. You meet people, enjoy people. You come out feeling so different because you can literally say, that is the place I want to go.
And where I went, actually.
And the place I went. And I think, actually, and it's more because I love more, but I think when you do the land travel of it, you want to travel more. Because no, you're so immersed in that culture. Or I want, so this another country do that. And every country do that. So I say, the thing about cruising is, don't let me put aside cruising, because cruises are so different, because you could do a Caribbean cruise, a Mediterranean cruise, a cruise from Miami to Mexico and Bahamas, a cruise that end up in, say, Jamaica. You could cruise across. Understand me?
They prefer an Alaska cruise, actually.
That's a big bucket list of mine. Understand? So I like a cruise too, because a cruise is a way that for less, let me be honest, touch various parts.
Yeah, because it is much more expensive when you travel.
Because let me say I want to touch Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, St. Martin, Guadeloupe, St. Vincent, Grenada. To do all that separate is money. But if we could do a cruise, a one-time payment, touch all those areas, my bucket list complete. But once again, it will open up your mind to really want to pinpoint. Because you could say, all right, and it's just me hypothetically speaking, I went to this place and I even call it a country because I want to boycott because I don't know the country. I went to this country and all right, it was good, I had fun, but I think I do enough in that country. You know what I mean? But I went to this country now, the way the people talking, the way the food was, the vibe, the energy, I need to go back because that is one I got to experience. So I don't think there's no cons. I don't want to say there's no pros and cons, because there's no cons of cruising. There's no cons of land travel. There may be limitations.
There are
more than cons. No, I don't think it's cons. Con is not the word I want to use, because I don't see a con being because I got left a country after it's a con. It's a limitation, but it's not really a con. So to me, very good opportunity to cruise, go for it, especially for younger children. More of a celebration.
I will, a couple of ones will say cruises can be very crowded. That is something that for sure can be. If you go for a big relaxing time and you go up on the main deck, and there are hundreds of children around. But the thing about cruise is there's so many things to do, dog, when you're on a boat, dog. When you relax in your room, whether everybody make a scene or the bingo, all the same them or play, and that thing and. I thought it for another day. I don't want to get deep into it. That's why there are so many different cruise brands. Right. And usually when it comes to my clients and I ask about cruise, I ask them what sort of vibe they want. Because there are cruise for every occasion, for every situation, for any celebration, for any understand. It's a solution to any problem. All right. I mean, we're coming to the end of the segment. Let me speak to a couple of things I want to talk about. On cruises, you got to be careful that the add-ons don't skyrocket your bill. Be careful with that. And then for land traveling, you have to be aware of the fact that you can travel long hours and it can be very tiring.
I guess it's more research needed for land because no, so they don't realize how far you go or how much activities go, how long activities is. So I do agree with you.
It's also very tiring. Don't forget.
It's tiring.
Keep track of all your extensions.
But the good thing about it is that they would say you get to plan out more because you got more time.
Yes.
And in terms of the add-ons on the cruises, and once again, we can do a segment for cruise on another episode because this is a very deep topic once again. Yeah. Yes, but that is the good thing about cruise that you don't have to do the add-ons. You can sit down and decide what you want, what you need. Some you could pay for on the spot, so you could pay for in advance. And once again, to push myself out there, they're buck with me. We discuss all of that from the beginning. All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, we continue a little further on. All right, coming on to our last segment. Once again, we gotta engage the travel expert's mind for some stories, some. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean because you know the words there.
Yeah.
And you got my podcast look a bit down. Yeah, because you know the words. This is your segment. You want me to talk,
more yours
but you already know the words. So I can do what I do best, people, and I can take over because I was born to talk.
Sure.
So I can talk. And I got a story for you today because I prepared for this one.
Okay, I'm happy. You can't say I ambush you now.
All right. Story I'm not going to believe, no boy. People can tell themselves it's not true. People tell themselves there's no way you do that. People tell themselves no boy would never do that.
Sure.
So I can tell you a story. A year ago I went to Grenada Carnival.
Okay.
Solo traveling once again by myself. You know? Accommodations organized, start paying for fats and everything. No. I had my vet list set out months in advance, everything paid for whatever. But a week before Carnival, Voice, because one of my favorite artists, Voice dropped a cruise. Last minute, tickets on sale, and the countdown starting. A year, a lot of people talking about this cruise. It's Armada, in a stadium, so you know limited tickets. And you go online, I sit down for the hour and they wait. Ticket come, I bought my ticket.
You say no waiting for tickets?
That Voice on the board.
You were locked in.
Voice and family cast.
Okay.
Bought my ticket, I didn't see the date, I didn't see the time, I just needed the ticket.
Right.
Alright, day of Carnival come, flight time come at airport, send a notification, Voice, and then send a notification email. Yeah, don't forget, cruise today at this time. I said, cruise today? I just tell my city cruise at 1 o'clock and my flight lands at 12:45. I tell myself, alright, so we gonna make this happen. It's a cruise, Caribbean, because I don't want to take left probably a 1:30 thing. So we can find a way, in my mind, based on what the people at the accommodation told me, it was 25 minutes out. It's whenever I land 12:45, they rush out the plane, accommodations. At this point, I ain't gonna check bags, so I good. I got on the bag. I get out the airport, taxi man come, pick me up. 5 to 1. We started driving. It's a buddy question. Actually, no, as we were driving, the man tell me, well, this is everywhere all the party cruises start from.
Right.
I said, oh, you'll get our master there. I said, oh, it's a question. Ever go a cruise when at 1 o'clock? Master as in 1 today? I said, yeah, how fast can they get to the accommodation and back? The master accommodations are over. So there's no way in this traffic we can make that and come out before the cruise done. Master saying, you're going to miss the cruise.
Obviously.
I said, I miss Voice. Voice with Voicey, Voicey and family. Are you gonna miss it?
Yes.
I said, but it is what we gonna do. Use my personal taxi from now on. I'm gonna leave my suitcase in the back of your vehicle in the trunk. I'm going on this cruise. I can party for the 4 or 5 hours and you can pick my camera and tell. The man said, you sure about that? I said, but as of right now, I'd rather lose my suitcase than lose Voice with Voicey.
So you're telling me, right? You are telling me that you came in on a flight 10 minutes ago. You met a random...
You know, you sound straight off a jumbo jet. Literally.
You met a random taxi.
When we get outside, I take off a travel shirt, I pause and roll on, spray some perfume over me, switch up my shirt and my pants in the back of this vehicle in the car park. I put my suitcase in the car and I don't Voice by Voicey partying. No, I didn't realize the cruise last longer than what it's supposed to be. I put the cruise walking up bad. I drink, I by myself, so nobody's up partying. People is fucked to you. People buying drinks for me. They made me party. We having a good time. Voice performing. The Grenada artist performing, boy, in a zone, though. Drinks got to me. I tell myself, you ain't having a good time, boy. 4-star ring. They say unknown number. Shut it off, boy. They partying again. 30 minutes and they phone ring again. Unknown number. We talking about, boy, being and you know me zoning. He turned around and said, well, this number called me very much. I answered the phone. I said, yo, boss, yo, bitch. It's called me bitch, yo, bitch. I said, yo, who's this? The taxi man. It's a taxi man. I said, yeah, what time to come back for you? And your suitcase to carry you. I said, we talking about what suitcase talking about? And I said, remember I got your suitcase back in my van. I said, yo, taxi boy. Yeah, the boat coming back now. I probably said, I forget the man got my suitcase, my passport. The man had everything to me. My life is back off that van.
If you get robbed, right?
We don't get robbed when you travel when you're blessed.
Get robbed, right?
You don't get robbed at carnivals.
I listen.
To this day, when I go Grenada, first when we talk about John in last episode, me and that taxi man get so close, that taxi man who put me on to John. So this day, me and that taxi man are friends because of that. Man said, I've never seen nobody in life left the suitcase and start a party because they got Miss Voicey.
Let me just say, right, for anyone who's watching and listening, this is not a story you should emulate. Because it's actual insanity.
Well, if it's Voicey, you know what to do. If it was Cass, I would have done the same thing. If it was Marshall, I would have done the same thing. I just say, what is a suitcase for with clothes when soccer is on?
What about, your money, your
things come back.
Passport.
You can never get back a vibe with Voicey. People, but as always, I've done things when I've traveled. I've just lived like when I've traveled. I've lived in the moment. I've done this. I'm not saying do what I do.
Please don't.
But I'm saying when the opportunity comes to travel and enjoy life and celebrate life, take it within reason. Understand? Plan a bit better than I planned back then. I was not a travel expert back then, Plan better than I planned back then. But I hope that once again, for talking today, based on what we went through, we talk again about certain areas you could go and visit, close by, a little further out, but affordable and have fun for everybody.
One more time, it would be St. Lucia, Grenada,
Panama, Punta Cana, and Cancun, right?
All in that general Caribbean.
And if we link it together, that's land travel or cruise.
Yep.
Every opportunity come, where you could cruise from here, got certain cruise with certain times, reach out to me, contact me, we could talk about those dates, getting those packages. Or if you're able to travel to cruise from Miami, we can start out, work that out. Once again, I can do another episode on different types of cruises, different brands and everything. That's a whole different podcast in itself. Trust what I'm telling you. And remember, wherever do I want to enjoy it? To me, once again, that's where we are. And I feel good to see people reaching out, people asking questions, people stopping me and talking about travel. More people have told me to never travel before. I have people that getting passports for the first time. People that going to get visas for the first time.
Yeah, I'm a visa boy.
Understand? It is really a blessing. This is the reason why I became a travel advisor. The reason why I is supposed about travel and try to inspire people to travel, because that makes me feel good. I get my joy from people telling me I've never went away before. I went away since I was a little man. I know last night I had a passport. Always do this. Man, this question might sound stupid. No!
Honestly, this is the best time to start going away.
Travel right now is proliferant. Now, that's another word?
Prolific.
Prolific is what you want to say. Yes. You can't correct me, buddy.
Maybe.
You say what you want, they say what I want.
You're right. Maybe.
But people, I encourage you, if you hear my voice, if you see my face, if you listen to the podcast, whether the third episode or the first episode, whether somebody put you on or you're following the page, wherever you do, think about traveling. Reach out, ask a question. It just starts with a question. Just reach out, ask a question. Buy a buy now. They can show you next episode. They buy the look like DM, a message, an email, and let me start that process of getting you to understand what traveling is and what traveling does.
All right, so we are coming to the end. Again, as always, we got to thank our sponsors. We can't do it without them.
Hey, big up Real Media, man. You do there every now and then. Big up
Temporary
Escape for the location once again. Thank you very much.
Look good as
RH. We gonna big up Bajan Travel Expert. The man, the face, the voice of the people with something to say. The one, the only, and the other is a counterfeit. Because he can be imitated, he can never be duplicated. He's one of a kind. A man with only this mind. A man of the people with something to say. People, have a good day. Your body Bajan Travel Expert.
Good night. We'll see you again for our next episode in a couple of months.